Hi, we are Anne, Vera, Julia, and me, Maddi, and we're going to talk about Sami music. First of all, we are going to talk about Basque, Catalan, Finnish, and Sami culture, and then we are going to sing a song and we are going to talk about Sami music in schools. Music has many benefits, which we will mention below. One of them is collaborative research in music education. According to Gruber 2019, music education is highlighted as a collaborative endeavor aimed at enhancing students' learning and developing teachers' practical knowledge. Furthermore, collective musical improvisation is also highlighted. Conforming to Lage Gómez and Cremades Andreu 2019, the phenomenon of collective musical improvisation is explored as a social and cultural practice that transcends individual cognition, promoting creativity within a cultural context.
Another benefit is engagement and cultural understanding. According to European Commission 2017, direct engagement and life experiences are emphasized as essential for understanding culture, with accessibility to cultural resources playing a crucial role in fostering comprehension of cultural diversity. In addition, impact of musical and artistic experiences stands out. Regarding to Marhanen 2021, musical and artistic experiences are recognized for their profound impact on emotional and social well-being, contributing to the creation and recreation of cultural meanings and practices. Regarding to Basque culture, also known as Basque or Euskaldun culture, is a rich and distinct cultural expression originating in the Basque Country, a region located in northern Spain and southwestern France. This culture has deep historical roots and a unique identity reflected in various aspects of daily life, including language, music, dance, cuisine, festivities, and traditions. One of the most prominent aspects of Basque culture is the Basque language, or euskera, which is a unique and isolated language spoken in Álava, Biscay, Gipuzkoa, Navarre, and also northern Basque Country in the top of France. Music and dance also play significant roles in Basque culture. Traditional Basque music, known as Euskal Musika, encompasses a variety of genres ranging from folk melodies to contemporary music. Regarding to the instruments, traditional instruments like the chistu, alboka, triquitisha, that the triquitisha is a diatonic accordion, chalaparta, pandero, and finally dulzaina are common in many musical performances.
Talking about Basque dances, they are popular forms of artistic expression performed at festivals and celebrations. Some of the most popular Basque dances are aurresku, fandango, and zortziko. In addition to the dances, festivities and traditions are also integral parts of Basque culture. Celebrations like Aste Nagusia in Bilbao, the Semana Grande of San Sebastian, the Tamborrada in San Sebastian, and the San Fermín Festival in Pamplona are significant events attracting visitors from around the world.
In order to explain traditional Catalan music, I will do so through three of the traditional festivals that are a part of culture of this region: Sardanes, Castells, and Patum. At the origin of the sardana is the counterstep, the Catalan dance of the 18th century. Sardana is divided into two melodic parts, the shorts and the longs. These terms of short and long do not refer to the length of these parts, but to the structure of the steps used by the dancers. Traditional and popular sardanas are danced in the square, and everyone can participate. There are also sardana dance competitions. Its organization in pairs, open dance, non-exclusive, allows everyone to join the circle regardless of gender, age, or societal status. Castellers are a traditional Catalan festival with over 200 years of history. It involves participants called castellers forming human constructions by climbing on each other's shoulders. They organize into groups. The main reason for forming a diada is a popular celebration of religious tradition. But although there may be other reasons, such as inauguration or sporting events, they usually take place in large squares or in churches. The music of castells is a crucial element that accompanies all casteller constructions. The grallers, chaun players, and tabalers, drummers, are key members of the casteller group and interpret different pieces during a diada or casteller performance. Many of the tunes we hear today were documented in written records in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Toc de Castells is the most well-known, and it's played when the castellers are building a human tower, accompanying the members of the group as they load and unload the tower. This tune is very important for the ones forming the base, as depending on the part of the song they hear, they know if the tower has been completed or if it's collapsing. Batumi is the most important festival of Berga, and it has over 600 years of history. It's a sacred historical popular representation born and derived from ancient medieval theatre performances. It's celebrated during Corpus Christi Festival, once a year between late May and late June. Dance and fire is most characteristic elements. Also, it's said that this festival represents the fight between good and evil and the battles between Moors and Christians. This festival is very important for the locals, and it generates a mixture of feelings and emotions that are very difficult for us to explain to outsiders. Each person from Berga participates in the tradition in their own way. Already in the 17th century, there is evidence of music in the celebration, although it probably didn't function in the way it's used today. Until the late 17th century, the only musical element documented in La Patum is the tabal, a large drum present at every moment of the festival. Most of the festival's music is of folk nature.
Before Sami culture, I'd tell you a little bit about the Finnish culture and Finnish traditional music. Finland has historically belonged to Sweden and Russia, so culture influenced by both. But the awakening of Finnish culture at the turn of the 1800 and 1900, nationalism and love for Finnish nature are typical of Finnish culture. Finland became independent in 1917, so culture, education, and science began to develop properly. The difficult issues like Finland's war with Russia and lost Karelia has also dealt with in art. Then about traditional Finnish music. Singing is in a big role. Songs based on the Finnish national poem collection called Kalevala. Music as a part of important events such as wedding and harvest. Songs, themes of shared life, love, and death, also spells asking for help or wishes. Traditional instruments in Finnish music are Finnish sitar, separate instruments, violin, clarinet, and accordion, for example. And one traditional thing in Finnish music is folk dance. I tell you about Sami culture. First, I have a question. Have you ever heard of the Sami? The Sami are the only indigenous people in Europe. There are 60,000 to 100,000 Sami people in total. They live traditionally in land of the Sami, which is northern parts of Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Kola Peninsula in Russia. Sami life is in connection with nature. What is like reindeer husbandry, fishing, hunting, handicrafts, and things like that. And Sami people in Finland, there are about 10,000 Sami in Finland, and they speak three different Sami language called Northern Sami, Inari Sami, and Scott Sami. And all these are endangered. Finnish law and international agreements protect the rights of the Sami people. But in recent years, there has been a public debate about the fact that the Sami people's right to decide their own affairs should be improved. Okay, and then about the Saamen-puku, which is the national costume of Sami. The most visible symbol of the Sami people, and the street says a lot about the wearer, where wearer came from, what family wearer belongs to, what is the marital status of the wearer. The suit used to be worn every day, but nowadays the suit has become thinner and is used at festival. There is, for example, of Saamen-puku. This is Enontekijäs suit. Then traditional Sami music. Common features of Sami music. Music is mainly performed with the human voice and no instruments. Traditional singing style is yoik, and the word is different in these three different language areas, but it means same. Yoik. It is improvisation and distinctive. Singing does it by vibration the muscles of the larynx. Typical Sami song have two verses, and singer repeats and modifies the melody and words of these verses. The subject of the song, what is usually person, place, or animal, owns the song, not the creator. This is a little bit hard to understand, but read this again and think about it. Different language areas have their own musical traditions. So in the West is typical pentatonic city and minimal text, and the East long epic lyrics and Kepler scale. This difference based on language and religions. There is one instrument called shaman drum, and I tell you a little bit about the shamans. Shaman is the healer of the Sami people. They also have a colorful musical tradition, healing through spells and songs. The shaman's drum was used as an aid for songs. Sami music in schools. Animals and nature are the most common in Sami music. That's useful in schools so children can learn about these easy concepts. I think anyone can learn from the Sami's close to nature way of life. The Sami people respect nature and therefore live according to sustainable development. It is important to respect indigenous peoples and protect their culture. So spreading awareness about them to children is important. There is one example of Sami children's song. This northern Sami song is about feeding animals. As an example, the first and 5 verses, which tells about the reindeer's calf and the mouse. And next you heard when we sing that song.
Miesi miesi sata mun bienju jutten ata. Jakaliatan jokke päivi ate donda shattasit. Hei yo lole loila, hei yo lole loila. Hei yo lole, hei yo lole, hei yo lole loila. Shapan shapan shata mun bienju jutten ata. Hustanatan jokke päivi ate donda shattasit. Hei yo lole loila, hei yo lole loila. Hei yo lole, hei yo lole, hei yo lole loila.